Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Beacon Pines. Last time we left off, we got some revelations about Gran and stuff. And the little rebel group, and Eris Valentine, and all sorts of stuff, because we went down a different path.
What big ears you have.
Oh.
Luka sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet.
A reference to Little Red Riding Hood.
After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
My grandma, what big ears you have. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my Gran. That was your Gran. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Meet up with Rollo at the treehouse. God, it is... I must say, this game has me absolutely enthralled. Like, every single time I have to end an episode, I'm like, I just want to sit down and play more. It really does have such a strong pull. Oh, non-creature. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
So, this wouldn't immediately tell you that Nuncreed is working with them, because they could just be asking him questions, but because I know about Nuncreed, I know you're up to some shit. If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. You'll just sign here, acknowledging everything is accurate. We'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Creeps. I'll have to use red pandas for them. I love red pandas. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed.
Luka, let me give you some advice. Next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser.
Oh, Gran tells me just to keep away from the clipboards.
That's good, that's good. Your Gran is a smart lady, Luka. Speaking of which, better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned that last time, didn't we? You jackass. Okay. Well then, so let's take a look at the Chronicle again. I just want to see exactly how this is branching out here. So yeah, shame, that's what happened there. We still got the MCDC, and then so yeah, this is going. We're on this path now. Oh wait, no, we're on this path. That's right. Yeah, so we're doing the break path now. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to refresh myself on which path I was actually going down. So we still have the flight path we could do with Iggy. But right now, we're gonna go meet up with Rollo and see what's going on here. I feel like this might be a very good path, because we have both of our friends. So that seems like good. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure intoned, are you prepared to live with the truth? God, it's so cool how you just have some poignant thing to say about every chapter. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the Printing of Harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. I just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. Can't wait. They do all order the same thing. Better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Yeah, and they also all dress and look exactly the same. Like, I feel like it's heading towards their clones, right? Like, you could say, oh, well, you know, most red pandas look the same. I mean, they're not gonna look as different from each other as, like, you know, a cat and a little deer are. But because these are totally different species, whereas red panda, it's like, yeah, but still, why do they dress the same? Why do they act the same? They've got to be clones. I swear it.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely.
Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that.
Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions.
Yes, she has been indisposed of late.
She doesn't much like me, does she?
Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy.
Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines.
My father was a great man.
You darn tootin' he
Kerr
was.
locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Present company included.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr?
Call me William. Ask away.
William, why are you doing all of this?
Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party.
Not just the festival. All of this. There's got to be 100 down underlooked towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines?
You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds.
Seeds?
Yep, little bundles of potential. Oh god, here's your corpo talk.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special.
You see potential here?
Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course.
No.
Good night, Mayor Valentine. Mayor Kerr's a creep. Also, now that I think about it with the clipboards, maybe the reason they all dress the same and basically look exactly the same is because they didn't want to have to design, like, you know, a bunch of different designs for the clipboards, maybe? Or I'm, you know, trying to... Or I was right the first time and I'm just looking into it too much now. But I was thinking maybe they just wanted one design, because there are a bunch of clipboards running around at all times, and like, the ton that were in front of the treehouse. Maybe they just want to keep it simple? I'm not sure. Maybe they're not clothes, maybe they just have a very strict hair and dress code. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's... Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. You're both cats. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. About damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kinda long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used as fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died, and everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. Next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rolo's farms got the end of the stick. Short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. And the Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. Or set up their weird illicit bullshit. Better get going. They got everyone out of town for a week? That's suspicious as all hell. Sorry, I didn't think about, did I talk? Okay, you didn't have anything to say to me. Cool. Well, we know how they got everything set up. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luka, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah. While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Well, this might help when we get attacked by, Kerr and all of the clipboards. Okay, you rolled up the window. Where did you get an alarm like that? He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Okay. What's with the target? What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta throw. There we go, I hit it. Okay, I gotta hit this one too. What happens if I throw one at Beck? Beck get mad? Oh, I was picking something up but then throwing it as well. No, Beck doesn't care. Okay, that it bounced, it rebounded. That counts. Oh, now it's moving. Ooh, fancy. Unfortunately, I can go stand up right in front of it. Thanks for the clown sound. Where'd you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. Ah, so that's our relationship with Jeff. I think it's been mentioned before. So, pretty sweet security, right? Targets? What are the targets gonna do to help us? I understand pulling up the ladder and putting the window down is means of security, but what are the targets doing? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luka, are we sure we can trust this new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luka, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luka sucked in a long breath.
Sit down. You're gonna want to for this. So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know. The place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. The man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran. Wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You're almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine? Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luka shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude, aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. Couldn't it have been a different suit? But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. I mean, maybe they only have one size suit that fits Gran? I don't know. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. I wouldn't say that. All she does is sit around all day making jam quotation marks. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I'd seen her. Luka, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luka gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luka, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. My Gran really is hiding something. Don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. And we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in. Lego.
Chapter 6.
Is this the furthest we've made it? I think chapter 6 is the furthest, right? Have we made it to a chapter 6 before? I'll have to check the Chronicle.
Secret lair.
Secret layer is in like... See, that seems like it could have a double meaning, because it's secret layer, as in a secret layer to the equation here. Or it can be pronounced as secret lair, like, you know, a secret hiding place, a lair.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luka walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Ooh, is that a new shirt? Oh, it's just your shirt you have on under your little sweater. Okay, so yeah, is this the... No, I think this was a chapter 6, right? I think that was a chapter 6 maybe too. Okay, weather. Oh wait, no. Okay, no, the next branch hasn't showed up yet. Okay, wait, yeah, no, that makes sense. Whoopsie doopsie. Weather is the thing we got last time. We haven't made our choice for this chapter yet. Come on, we gotta get our baseball bat. We don't know who that is knocking on the door. Okay, I guess we're just doing it. Alright, let's go. What is it? Hello. Wow, do you seriously have a detective hat? Rollo, what on earth is that? Hmm? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot. Let's go.
Luka and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Okay, Rollo. Alright, Cole Phelps. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Wow, she's got a lot of evidence to burn then, huh? Drat! May already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash! Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luka, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. The closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice. It's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. It doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luka's face.
We're 3 kids, we can be 3 kids in a trench coat.
All 3 kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Lego crew. Squad. Alright, Rolo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luka scrambled up Rolo's back.
Yak! Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to stand on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it. Oh, that was probably Luka.
The 3 crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh, hey. Let me just yank on this random teacup and...
Pulled on one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow.
No way. No way. As soon as Beck started saying that, I was like, is this gonna be some Scooby-Doo shit with a bookcase?
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Oh my god, it's some Scooby-Doo shit. Can you believe it? Zoinks! Like your Gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do you think she is? We're about to find out. This is not good. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist type. Vibe. Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. A punching bag? Will Gran kick our ass? Is that cane actually used for combat? Like I said, ooh, I hope it's one of those canes with like a blade hidden in it. That'd be awesome. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution, explosive, and jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your Gran making? Oh my god. I wasn't... Didn't I make a joke about the jam being a bomb? Are these actually explosive jars of jam? Oh my god. She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out.
Rolo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Please don't.
He
Huckleberries.
smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And... ink. What?
Rolo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rolo offered the slimy note to Luka and licked his fingers clean.
Okay, I'm kind of happy it's not like jam Molotovs, because that would have been pretty nuts. It's addressed to Miss Fratelli. A Grand Jam Graham? Yeah, wow. It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be impossible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. It's more of a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Alright, punching bag. Gran can kick our ass apparently. Oh wow, look at Jeez! Oh my god, Luka used Bullet Punch. It was super effective. Look at that! Jeez, Luka, those fists of fury you have there. Jeez. You can really go to town on that thing. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely like a crazy detective board. Where are the lines connecting it all?
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town,
Okay, never mind. There is the spider web of string. We just can't see it.
interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your Gran a serial killer? Maybe? I don't know. Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My moms are both on here. Oops, wrong voice. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim! We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. I'm imagining this is like you finding out who's actually working with the bad people. Right? That would be my assumption. Of course, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark, which seems odd, considering Mr. Nuncreed sent us to the hazmat suit assholes. And yeah, you have a bullseye on Kerr, which makes sense. So I'm imagining this is people who are working with Perennial Harvest and people who are not working with Perennial Harvest. Right? Oh, wait, okay, wait, hold the phone. So, yeah, maybe the checkmark means they are working with Perennial Harvest. And there's an X on Eris Valentine because you know now that Eris is not working with them. Huh. Yeah, and then obviously Beck's parents would have question marks because they just arrived to town. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's like people that are in and people that are out. And yeah, of course the clipboards have their own little section. Okay, that's certainly something.
Luka jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
That's, Luka's dad's name. What do you got here? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luka nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Willow swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages.
Rude.
He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as these are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Lola looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kinda disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Oh. Wait.
Lola's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. Huh. Are Perennial Harvest like infecting everyone with like brainwashing something? like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rolo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
I mean, they could have been infecting the water with the same stuff that Iggy got on them, but... Huh. I guess Mr. Nuncree doesn't show any of the same symptoms as Iggy. But maybe it goes away with time or something? There's a lot of questions here. Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's conditions follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luka, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rolo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luka frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luka, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luka slammed the drawer shut.
Okay, we are definitely getting a big lore drop here. Yeah, there's a lot of questions I have about that. I'm imagining it has something to do with the goo, but now we've gotten a disease added into the equation.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Because it didn't talk about, like... I don't know, skin, like, come on, Iggy's eye looks like it's dead. I feel like that would have been mentioned if it was the goo that was doing this, right? They just said, like, general malaise and lethargy and things like that. Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow
Rolo
it...
carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right
He
to...
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rolo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over here. So it's not hiding treasure. Real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival? Did you just say gulp? Oh, you actually did say gulp. This feels like a gulp kind of situation. So yeah, they're going to explode the town square? With, I guess, an ice bomb? Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. Uh-oh. What was that?
Luka looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the front door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. At the lights. Well,
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark.
the hutch is still open. I would have made a run for it. The hutch is still open. If it is Gran, who's to say Gran doesn't walk into the kitchen and go, "Hey, what the fuck? My hutch is open. My secret lair with my explosives."
Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
That's the, person that runs the farming stand, I think? Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step.
God, what in the hell is about to happen here, jeez. Not liking where this is going. Are you gonna tell us, are you gonna tell Gran about us? Are you gonna do something to us? I hope not. You're part of the rebel group, you wouldn't hurt us, right? But then again, Gran did turn us all into ice statues, so... Yoo-hoo! Not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing. You're not gonna turn on the light? Or I guess we're near the lights, huh?
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luka gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Rollo, why? We were in the clear, right? Well, maybe you were about to turn on the light. Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me, but there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luka scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luka and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver, yeah. Uh-huh.
Chapter 7.
Well, I think that's where we're gonna have to end things. That was a lot of revelations and a lot of stuff happening. It feels like we're starting to piece things together here. Whew, okay. Okay, things are happening. Gran's got bombs. Gram has secret jam with messages to the other members of the Resistance in it. Gran is working with Valentine to infiltrate the factory. And Gran has a bullseye on Kerr. And there's also this weird disease that was talked about. Okay, that's a lot of things to keep in the old Mind Palace up here, but I think we're gonna go ahead and end things off here for this episode of Beacon Pines. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.